well-established Rich coming right back at you. Today's conversation is not about streaming numbers, it's not about clout. And it damn show ain't about who got more money. This is about what happens when you get comfortable disrespecting people from a culture you only visiting. Because for a long time, Aiden Ross has been talking crazy about Doechii, questioning her talent, questioning her intelligence, questioning her right to be here, not critiquing her music, not breaking down balls, not having a real hip-hop conversation, just disrespect. And when people online let that slide, the message is simple. You can say whatever you want about a black woman and nothing's gonna happen until something does. See, this the part a lot of internet personalities don't understand. Hip-hop is not just content. It's not just a chat room. It's not a safe space where words float around without consequences. Hip-hop is a community, and communities react when they feel disrespected. This is where Glasses Malone enters the conversation. Not as a troll, not as a streamer, but as somebody saying, yo, you can critique the music, but you will not disrespect that black woman.
It ain't even got nothing to do with TDE. It don't got, eventually, you just a white man talking shit about this sister.
Yeah.
That's what it's coming down to. And I'm just keeping it a bean with you, bro. I know you fuck with Act. I know you fuck with Flock and a couple niggas. You cannot be no motherfucking white man talking that much shit about that black woman. That just not gonna fly, homie. I don't give a fuck what she's saying. I don't give a fuck about what you think is happening. I don't give a fuck if you think that shit dissing you. You're not finna be sitting up there just talking shit about that black woman. On God, bro. And if you keep doing it, I'm gonna start pressing all the niggas around you. I'm not gonna press you because I don't know where you at and I don't know how to get to you. But all the niggas around you, they don't got your money. They don't got none of that shit. Niggas gonna start pressing all the niggas, and I'm gonna make it my business to make Crips start pressing all the niggas around. All the niggas that's black around you. Every nigga that let you get that off. You're not finna sit there and just be talking about that black lady, bro. That's just not gonna fly like that. Just not gonna fly like that. It's one thing, I get what you saying, but nah, homie, like I saw you doing that other thing where you telling the nigga not to apologize for using the N-word offending black people. Crip gang, like, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Not Chuck, not nobody. Not nobody. They gonna all have to get down with what I'm saying with every last one of them. Because I'm gonna make it real hard for everybody because we not no suckers and we not no sellouts. So you keep doing all of that shit, that's gonna be a problem. Stop playing with that lady name. Don't call her out her name. Don't be doing all that shit because you're gonna fuck around and you finna say the wrong thing and it's gonna be a problem. And everybody who cool with you, I swear to God, on 7th Street Crip, if you see this and you cool with Cuz and you see him doing that, just know we gonna have a problem. I don't give a fuck if you one of the homies or not. It's gonna be a problem with me and you. And I mean a physical problem. No other way around it. No other way around it. I'm cool with you writing a diss record. That's cool. Diss her. Don't get on that motherfucking thing and think we supposed to let you just keep talking shit about this black lady. No chance. No chance, homie. It's no way. No way. And all the homies, bro, nobody doing that. All the black people around you, it's gonna be a problem for them. I don't give a fuck what it gotta be at that point. I saw that little shit, and I don't want to get into it because I get it's artistic and she doing her thing, and don't nobody know if she talking about him. Nobody know. But you think you finna sit on that stream? I saw you do that little thing with that black dude, and that black dude tried to be cool and tell you, but that black dude is gonna have a problem. That black dude is gonna have a problem. You think it's gonna be your problem? Y'all better start checking these motherfucking crackers for saying all this shit about niggas, man. That shit ain't happening. Don't let these people sit up there and publicly talk bad about a sister. Cool, go in the booth, make your songs. That's cool, that's art. Don't think you finna sit on that stream and just be talking about that black woman like that. That shit is not happening, bro. That shit whack, Trap.
I ain't see it.
I ain't see it on my stream. I'm not finna go look at your stream. I'm gonna wait till it come back. I'm not looking for no context or nothing. Cool, if you got your records, cool. All that you sit up there on that couch and you sit at that desk and the little bitch, hold up, bro.
Whoa, you said that?
Crip gang, man. Hold on, bro. We not riding. That's not happening, bro. That's all I gotta say about that.
That's a line. And what do we see next? Panic. Not confidence, not standing 10 toes down, panic.
On stream, so don't say anything crazy. But listen.
Right, what up, Nash?
Yo, this dude named Glasses Malone and Trap Bradshaw, they're threatening me.
Glasses? Oh, no, I know them dudes, bro. Trap ain't nobody. Don't pay him no attention. Glasses, that's family.
Okay, well, can you call Glass and let him know to tee up and get off my PP? I'm gonna
hit nephew. That's family. That's Glasses Malone.
Oh, okay, all right.
Trap is just clout chasing. He's a like I follow. Don't pay him no mind. Don't even mention his name. Glasses Malone is who he is. I'll call nephew right now.
All right, Whack. Thanks, bro.
All right.
Dude, so funny, bro. Holy shit. I'm actually like about to cry. That was so funny. He's like, don't pay him any attention. All right.
Suddenly, it's phone calls. Suddenly, it's they threatening me. Suddenly, you running a wet 100 like he the referee in the game you started. And that's where the irony kicks in. Because the same person who is real bold on camera is now asking for protection from the same culture he kept poking. That ain't toughness. That ain't freedom of speech. That's a misunderstanding on how life really works. Let me be very clear. Nobody is advocating violence. Nobody is saying anybody should get hurt. This is about accountability. Because when you speak on people like they don't have family, like they don't have a history, like they don't have protectors, you operating in a fantasy. And fantasies collapse when real people show up. That's why this moment matters. Because for once, the script flipped. The person doing the disrespecting is not the one asking for help. And the people he was disrespecting didn't even need to touch him for him to feel it. All it took was real men saying, yo, you out of line, boy. And let's talk about why Joe Budden stepping in was different. Not because he called for chaos, but because he called out the disgust.
Well, before we leave Doechii, I do want to say I'm rooting for Glasses Malone to get all the Crips together to beat up Homeboy. I am. Sorry. Because I think that's who she was talking to in the song.
Yeah. I didn't know at first.
He was talking a little fuckity fuck.
The more I looked into it, she was directly talking to him.
Oh, no shit.
Because he said some wild shit.
Yeah, he said a bunch of bullshit.
Oh, really? Wild shit, yeah.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
Yeah.
And then there was some back and forth after she put the song out. And I like Glasses Malone saying what he said, and hopefully he meant it.
I like men standing up for women
in
them instances.
Shut the Glasses.
Yeah, no, it's true. Go Glasses. It's my man. It's my guy.
It's my guy.
Good guy.
He said what a lot of people were thinking but wouldn't say. That this whole thing is nasty. Not entertaining, not edgy, just nasty. And here's the part a lot of you streamers don't want to hear. You don't get to profit from a culture and then insult it like you above it. You don't get to use black music, black humor, black guests, black energy as a ladder, and then turn around and disrespect black women when the camera's on. And when Doechii responds, not with screaming, not with name calling, but with music. Her song with SZA didn't even need to name names for people to feel called out. Because when the shoe fits, it don't need a tag. And that's why this whole thing turned so fast. Because the internet is used to women being quiet. It ain't used to women being respected by men who will stand up and say that's enough. This is what consequences look like in 2026. Not canceling, not chaos, just people saying you can't move like that around here no more. Now this is where the conversation gets uncomfortable for people who live online and don't really understand the consequences of real life. Because streaming culture has created a sense of false power. Views start feeling like authority. Money starts feeling like immunity. And the chat room starts feeling like a force field. And that's how you get situations like this. Somebody says whatever they want about a woman, about a black woman, about an artist, and they think the only response is gonna be tweets. They think the only pushback is gonna be hashtags. But hip-hop never worked like that. Hip-hop is not a comment section. Hip-hop is not a safe space for disrespect disguised as content. Hip-hop is built on lineage, on neighborhoods, on real people with real connections. That's why this whole situation hit Aiden Ross different. Because for the first time, he realized the people he talking about are not abstract. Doechii is not a character. She is not a meme. She is not a viral clip. She is somebody's sister, somebody's cousin, somebody's family. And when you forget that, you start moving careless. This is why Glasses Malone's response landed the way it did. He didn't say you can't criticize her music. He didn't say you can't have an opinion. He said stop disrespecting that black woman. And that distinction matters because there's a difference between critique and contempt. And Aiden Ross crossed that line a long time ago. This is also why running the whack look crazy. Not because whack ain't connected, but it exposes filth. When you have to call somebody else to shield you from words you said yourself, that tells me you don't really understand what's going on here. And again, this ain't about physicality. This is about the realization that money cannot negotiate every situation. You can't flex your way out of disrespect. You can't stream your way out of consequences. This is the part where I'm rich falls apart because money only impresses people who value money over respect. Hip-hop has never been built on that alone. This is also why Joe Budden's comments hit a nerve. Not because he wanted chaos, but because he spoke from a point of cultural protection. He said what a lot of people felt but didn't want to articulate, that this whole situation was a result of somebody being too comfortable inside the culture. And that comfort creates carelessness. Now let's talk about Doechii for a second, because the irony is that her response was the most mature part of this whole situation. She didn't scream, she didn't diss, she didn't chase the moment. She made music. She addressed the noise without becoming the noise. That's growth. That's confidence. That's somebody who knows their value does not depend on streamers' approval. And that's why this backfired. Because when you aim at somebody who don't need you, all you end up doing is exposing yourself. This is what happens when attention chasers run into real artists. One needs their reaction, the other one doesn't. And here's the real lesson for anybody watching this. You don't get to decide how somebody responds to your disrespect. You only get to decide whether you say it or not. And when a response comes, you don't get to play the victim just because it made you nervous. This is not a cancel culture. This is community checking behavior. And if you can't handle that, then maybe you shouldn't be speaking on communities you don't fully understand, because the internet has blurred the lines, but real life still exists. Listen, when you strip the viral clips away, when you remove the streams, the chat, the hot takes, what you're really looking at is a cultural collision. This was never really about Doechii. This was about comfort. Comfort talking loud in a space you don't belong to. Comfort disrespecting people you would never have to answer to. Comfort confusing access with acceptance. Hip-hop has always let people visit, but it has never promised them immunity. And that's the part that caught Aiden Ross off guard. Not the threats, not the pushbacks. The real shock was realizing that his words travel beyond his audience. That they land on real people with real pride and real limits. This is also a moment for Doechii. Not as a victim, but as a testament. She did what artists are supposed to do. She stood on her work. She let the music talk. She didn't shrink. She didn't beg for validation. That's why people stepped up for her. Not because they needed drama, but because they recognized something worth protecting. And let's be clear, protecting don't always look soft. Sometimes it looks like a line being drawn. Now, for anybody watching this, streamers, content creators, commentators, take this away. You can say what you want, but you don't decide who feels it or how they respond. Money does not erase cultural rules. Views do not erase human reactions. And if you build your brand on disrespect, you better be ready for the day respect demands answers. Hip-hop is not fragile, but it is protective. It will let you in, it will laugh with you, it will even platform with you. But the moment you start talking crazy about our women, about the artists, about the people with no humility, we gotta check you. Not always politely, not always quietly, just honestly. And that's where we are. This was never about canceling anybody. This is about reminding people where they are and how to move when they're there. Say what you want, but just understand every word has a weight and every culture has a memory. But hey, that's just my opinion. What's yours? Like, comment, subscribe, establish rich. I'll be back with another one. Peace.